Hi students, we are continuing with the second chapter of civics, and already we have completed till the first right to equality. Now it is right to freedom. Right to freedom is the second right that is mentioned in the constitution from article 19 to 22. So this right to freedom includes 6 rights, or can be said 6 freedoms. What are those? So we can say freedom of speech and expression. Means you can speak or you can express things as you like. There is no prohibition for that. Freedom to assemble and peacefully without arms. You can assemble or get together anywhere, but there is one condition: you should not carry any arms and weapons. Next one, freedom to form association and unions. Freedom to move freely throughout India. Freedom to reside and settle in any part of India. Freedom to practice any profession, trade or business. All this is very simple and clear to you. Okay. And we have to see this freedom. The constitution allows freedom for you, but it has some limitations. Government put some limitations on this. What conditions? On what situations government put limitations? That is what limitations it is said here. Okay, already we have said, all the teachers have explained these things in the class, so I am not going into so detail, only just I will highlight the things. What is the limit? Emergency, not absolute. Laws of parliament, protection in respect of convention for offences. Okay, so here you can see the government can cancel your fundamental rights, especially the rights of freedom, at a situation when there is an emergency in the nation. Okay, so your fundamental rights are not absolute. Laws of parliament. Emergency already said, as now COVID-19. What was the situation? You were asked to sit inside the house. You were not allowed to go for work or doing any profession, because it is an emergency situation. So you cannot argue with the government that I have the fundamental right to move anywhere, to go anywhere, to gather here. No. When there is an emergency situation, your fundamental rights can be suspended. And another one, not absolute, means your fundamental rights are not above the interest of the nation. It's only we give priority to the nation, not to the individual. Then laws of parliament. When there is such emergency situation, the parliament can suspend the fundamental rights when it obstruct the public facilities. Then it comes under another area that comes under rights to freedom is protection in respect of conviction of offences. When you are punished for something, there you have some rights. The first one, article 20 onwards, it deals with that. What it is? For example, you are riding a bike. Normally, when you are riding a bike without a helmet, you may get 500 rupees fine. But the police is charging you 1000 or 2000 rupees. So you can file a case against, because you are only asked to pay 500 rupees. That is the minimum amount or maximum amount set by the government to pay for such penalties. Okay, so if they are charging more than, you can go to the court for that. Then the next is no one can be punished or prosecuted for the same offense twice. What it is? No person can be punished twice for a case. Once you are punished for a case, again no one can punish you. A person cannot be compelled. Once if a person is the criminal himself, or a person is the accused himself, he cannot be considered as a witness. Then next, protection of life and personal liberty. What it is? It is first one, protection against. A person cannot be deprived of this life and liberty except in accordance with the law. Next one, Article 22 gives such rights to citizen under two different circumstances. Ordinary circumstances, when a person is arrested, he has two rights. First one is, he has to be informed about for what reason he is arrested. Second one, within 24 hours of his arrest, he should be presented before the court. In front of judge, he should be presented. So these are the two rights when you are arrested. Even the arrested person has rights. Okay. Then there are, we can see some new rights. These are not, we cannot say it is a fundamental, but we can consider it as a fundamental right. Right to information. What is right to information? RTI. When you want to know something about the activities of the government or anything that happens in the country, what you can do? You can write an application to the Public Information Department. Okay, who is Public Information Officers, or to the department you can write an application regarding any matters. So within a particular days, they have to give you answer related to that. That is called right to information. So some right to information: seek and receive information from the government and other public authorities, ask them certain questions, take copies including certified copies of documents, inspect documents, take sample materials. So you can get all the documents regarding that particular information about what you want. Okay, that is called the right to information. Then right to privacy. Then this is can be made as a, this is a fundamental right. What is right to privacy? Okay, so right to privacy means what? You can have your own, especially it comes from Article 40, 99, 21. What is that? In the selection of your home, or who all has to stay in your home. Okay, and about the choices of your partner, food habits, and reproductive choice. Whether you need to marry a person, not to marry a person, whether you need to marry a same gender person or a different gender person from a different religion or whatever it is your choice. That is a right to privacy. No one can interfere. But above all, already we have said, there is some norms and conditions set by the government. So it should all should be on the basis of these norms and conditions. Okay. So before in India, for last year, I think last or just before 2 years, it was not allowed in India to marry a person of same gender. For example, male and male, female and female. But just before last year or before the year, it was allowed by the Supreme Court. Now the police cannot arrest such things. Okay, the police cannot arrest such people, those who are marrying for the same gender, because it is allowed by the Supreme Court or by the government. Okay, so that is the right to privacy. There are a number of right to privacy, because I can live anywhere in India. I can accept any religion. I can live anywhere. I can live with anyone. Okay, even the system. There are a number of systems like that. Not an absolute right. Already I have said these all are not absolute right, because what priority should be given to what? Priority should be given to the interest of the nation. Okay, here also it is given more things regarding the privacy. What is privacy? Preservation of personal intimacies and sanctity of family life, marriage, procreation, home and sexual orientation. All these are comes in privacy. Right to be left alone. If you want to be live alone, you can. Safeguards individual autonomy, protecting vital aspects of his life. Personal choices governing a way of life are intrinsic to privacy. They recognize plurality and diversity of our culture. So why the government allow such things, or why government give importance to right to privacy? Because each person is different. Each person has different choices. So he should be given the freedom to choose as he likes. We should accept everyone. That's why we say India is India is diverse. Okay, then the next one, preventive detention. Okay, then the government has preventive detention means the government has the power to keep a person under his custody for a particular period of time without trial. A government or a police can, the government, take the example, government can keep, the police can take me and keep in their custody without trial for a particular period if it is necessary, otherwise not. If it is necessary, so that why it is necessary, we will say. Preventive detention does not mean that a person stands accused. It is only a precautionary measures. It does not mean that I am a criminal. When police arrest me, it does not mean that I am a criminal. It is only a precaution. It's a safeguard. Okay, safeguarding measures, a guarding measure, maybe to protect his life, maybe to protect the community from him. So there can be a number of reasons for that. Detention beyond 3 months can be extended only on the advisory. So only for 3 months police can keep him under his custody. If they need more time, they have to take permission from the court. Grounds of detention have to be specified and detainee informed about these grounds. So when he is taken under custody, he has to be informed about why he is taken and for how much time, or a period of duration of time for he is taken. He has to be clearly informed. Then limitations. Already we said what are the limitations of this right to privacy or whatever. Regarding a very fundamental right, the interest of the state is important. When there is emergency, the government can cancel these fundamental rights. Then right against exploitation. Article 23 and 24. What comes under this? Mainly the right, this prohibits slavery and beggary and other forms of child labor. You know what it is? Slavery, working under a person without salary. He become a slave. And beggary and child labor, you know it clearly, it is completely banned or abolished in India. Then trafficking in human beings means buying or selling human beings is prohibited. Then Article 24, it is again given taking or allowing children to work, okay, or forcing children to work. That is Article 24 punishes the person who forces a child to work. Then right to freedom of religion. What is right to freedom of religion? In simple words, you can, in simple words it is, you can accept any religion, you can live as per the rules of the religion, and you can teach the religion any person. Only one thing is, you should not compel a person to accept that religion. Okay, is it clear? Hope it is clear for you. Okay, you can, once again I will say, the basic freedom of what it is, religion. What are the basic? You can accept any religion you like, you can live as per the religion you like, you can teach the religion to others. But only one thing, you should not compel anyone to accept your religion. When you do that, that is fault. Okay, so now we will move to the next one. Constitutional and educational rights. What it is? Article 29 gives a section of people, the whole of them, the right to preserve their distinct language, script and culture. In a matter of admission to an education institution maintained by the state, admission cannot be denied on the grounds of religion. You have the education right. You can take admission anywhere. One condition is there: if you are meritful. If you are meritful. If you are meritful, still the government or still the institution is denying you the admission, it is against the right of education right. Is it clear? Yes. Minorities and education institutions. So here any person or any community can open up their educational institutions. Okay, and one thing is there. What is one main thing is there? They can they have to give admission. They can open up institutions, but they have to give admission for all the sects of people. They should not deter, or they should not divide the people, or they should not reorganize the people on the basis of what religion or caste or creed, whatever it is. They should not separate. Okay, all people should be accepted in the institutions. Then what is constitutional remedies? Okay, this is the right is given to the citizen to move to Supreme Court for the enforcement of some of the fundamental rights conferred on them. So when you feel that your fundamental right is violated by the government authorities, you can move to the Supreme Court for that. There are some certain writs. It is habeas corpus. When a person is missing, we can file a case in the Supreme Court or High Court. That means the police should find out that person. Okay, that is called habeas corpus. Then second one, what is mandamus? It means we order. Okay, that is the Supreme Court or High Court is ordering to the lower court, that means district court. Okay, do these things. They are giving some instruction to do like this. That is called mandamus. Then writ of prohibition. What it is? Supreme Court or High Court is asking the subordinate courts or junior courts to stop its proceedings for the time for a particular case or a particular matter. That is just an order. Okay, mandamus is just instructing them. Prohibition means, writ of prohibition means what? Ask them to stop the particular things. Writ of certiorari, what it is? Desiring to be informed. Okay, that means here they are informing a particular judicial authority. Okay, inform to the Supreme Court or High Court what is going on or what steps are taken regarding a particular issue. That is called a writ of certiorari. Then writ of quo warranto, it means by what order the person when has usurped any office. This writ thus prevents public officers from forcibly wrongly holding a high public office. So it is asking or questioning by what order you are doing this or by what order you are taking up the charge. It is the power of the court to question the person and officer. Okay, so again it is given here in short the fundamental rights. Okay, now we are moving to the next one, that is right to property. There are some more. Right to education already we have said. The children from the age to 6 to 14 should be given compulsory education. It is compulsory education and you can take admission anywhere you like. Okay, then right to property. Already we have said, anywhere and if you are a citizen of India, you can buy or sell the property anywhere in India. You can live anywhere in India. Okay, then check on the arbitrary actions of the state. Fundamental rights secured by the individual are the nature of the limitations on restrictions on the arbitrary action of the state. Article 13(2) declares that all laws and executive orders in force immediately before the commencement of the Constitution inconsistent with the fundamental rights are avoided to the extent of such inconsistency. So we said, what is arbitrary actions? The government can stop your fundamental rights in such a situation if necessary. Okay. Then for suspension of fundamental rights already we have discussed. Then what it is? Next one is fundamental duties. With the same of fundamental rights, we are getting some rights from the government, but at the same time what we have to do? We have some duties to do to the government. Those duties are called fundamental duties. It is clearly said here. In short we can see what it is. to abide by the constitution and respect its ideals and institutions. I think I need not explain about all these things. Okay, to cherish and follow the noble ideals inspired by our national struggle for freedom, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India, to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so, to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional and sectional diversities, to renounce practices degradatory to the dignity of women, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture, to protect and improve the natural environment including forest. So all these are the fundamental duties we have to do. We have to respect things, we have to protect things, we have to respect each other, mainly women or other communities. Okay, we have to protect our forest and creatures, animals. Okay, we should not do anything against our nation. So such things are known as the fundamental duties. Why it is important, fundamental duties? To make citizens aware of their social and economic obligations. We should aware what we should do or we should not do. Then to warn them to do or not to do certain things. Already I have said, to protect and awaken people to their cultural heritage. So we have to be aware of what India is, what our culture is, and we have to uphold. We have to keep up that spirit to tame the unruly elements of the society. What it is to tame. So if there are no such duties, you will behave as you like. No, you are not allowed to behave as you like. There are some rules and regulations. To strengthen national harmony as they stir up patriotism. The most important thing, why we are given the idea of fundamental duties, it speaks about patriotism. It asks you to keep the spirit of patriotism. Hope that the chapter is clear for you. With this, I will give you the question answers also. Okay, we can. So the main points only I am giving there as question answers. You can create your own answers. Okay, it is not necessary to make big answers. Create point wise answers you create point wise. Hope it's clear for you. Thank you.